I always say, there's no other place that would be rather than here. So, this is where you start your morning, right? We're not even bragging, but this is where you start your morning. But anyway, there's a lot that will happen on the show this morning. As you know, at some point we're going to go to Abuja where we have the FCT brief. Also today we're going to be talking about minimum wage, which is something that a lot of people, are really crying about. We get to speak about it, and then we have our newspaper review where Ibrahim will give us all the headlines, and then we get to discuss it and dissect it right here on the table. And don't forget, the beautiful Olamide will tell us what is happening from all around the world with trending now. So it's a packed show. And like I always say, please grab your cup of coffee and let's have a fantastic one. So we'll start with the story where Governor of Rivers State, Fubara, has reaffirmed that he remains at peace with his principal, insisting both of them are working together in the interest of the state. Now, speaking after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja, the governor explained that his visit was to formally brief the president on the lifting of his suspension and his resumption of duties on 19th of September. He also emphasized that the peace restored in Rivers State among political leaders is genuine and the reconciliation is real. Now, Governor Fubara disclosed that to the president, and he also offered him counsel on leadership and governance, assuring the people of Rivers State that his administration remains focused and stable, as well as going to deliver a lot of great service.
And good evening. I just finished a brief meeting with Mr. President. I'm here to say thank you, especially for his intervention. We all knew what was happening in Rivers State, the political tension in Rivers State, and if he had not intervened timely, nobody knows what would have happened in the state. And for me, it was saving the situation. I'm here after the lifting of the suspension to appreciate him and also tell him we're ready to hit the ground running. For the state, I believe that my coming back after the lifting of the suspension is a new and stronger hope for our people, because the government is a government about the people, it's a government that believes in peace. So our working is not just for the people, but also with all the parties, the assembly members, the National Assembly members, elders, everybody this time around are working for the betterment of our dear state.
There you have it. I love the fact that he's saying that we're working for the betterment of the state. I told him a couple of times when we speak about their rift, we always say that when the elephant fights, who suffers? The ground suffers. So when we're seeing this fight between Wike and Fubara, at the end of the day, it is the citizens of Port Harcourt that we're really suffering. And you know how Port Harcourt is very important to us because we talk about oil. But now we're seeing that, okay, they're back together. He said, I saw in one headline that, he's back at peace with Wike. In the first place, I do not know why the rift was there. Like Wike always says, Yendeba. I still think that he should have followed, the arrangements. But yes, there was a rift. After 6 months, the president has called him back. Now he's assuring that there's going to be peace and tranquility in that state. All I'm asking for is that I pray that it stands the test of time and they're consistent with it.
Yeah. So what started the whole hula baloo is not even what I'm thinking of right now. What I'm thinking of is that him saying that now he is at peace with his principal. He went to see the president, which I must underline here that it was a very wise move to go see Mr. President shortly after reinstatement. It's quite wise of him to do that for several reasons. And that he says there is peace now. He is at peace with his principal. He is at peace with this. He should also understand that there are some people that profit out of controversy that are within that state that may want to truncate the peace that he has achieved so far. So he does not only owe the people of Rivers State good governance from now on, he also has to be intelligent enough, political enough to fish out those people that may want to foment trouble from time to time and in one way or the other, take care of them, for him to have lasting peace. Now, if there's peace, definitely projects will go on. The people will be thought of. Systems will be built to make life better for the people. That is what we hope this peace that he has talked about will bring. But We're human beings. We say one thing today and we don't know what happens tomorrow.
And we can only wait and see, because when it comes to politicians, sorry, but I do not take I take it with a pinch of salt, because they say one thing and another day is another thing. But we're seeing that, okay, peace is being restored in Rivers State. Olamide.
Absolutely. I think this is more than just him going to go and shake hands with his principal. I think this is more symbolic than everything. We know how controversial the democratic rule was, and now we're seeing that this is a reinstatement. It's a return to democracy. Yeah. He's saying everything is well with Rivers State again. I love that the president was so instrumental. You know, he got a lot of criticism for the emergency rule that he put in place, but it's good to see that he's also instrumental in returning back a democratic rule. Although in the future, I would love to see Rivers State be more independent in solving its own internal struggles. I find it very hilarious that a whole state came to a standstill because two political heavyweights refused to shake hands. They refused. We're seeing Governor
to play ball.
Absolutely. We're seeing Governor Siminalayi now. He had a Thanksgiving service on Sunday. He stopped by to see the president. It's not just about, it's making these stops very, very symbolic. It's important that the people of Rivers see his presence again and him coming back into the limelight. I think this is very, very important. Like you all said, while all this was going on, you know, projects were delayed, a lot of things were stalled. And so him coming back now, it means action. It means more work. It's not just about the photo ops. So we'll see. I feel like President Tinubu said today, "Are you people shake your hands?"
because at the end of the day, if they keep fighting, you know, the people are going to suffer. Projects are going to be delayed. But Ibrahim, I want to come to you with another angle. I saw something on social media where someone said that, you know, they are blaming Governor Fubara because at the end of the day, he made a big rift because people were supporting him and people were against Wike, and now it's just like two people fight, and now the two people have come together. Now the people that were, you know, there when the argument was happening, where do you leave them? That was the conversation on social media.
Yeah, that's why I always advise people, do not die in their fight. Because at the end of the day, these people are friends. Most of the time, especially when it comes to electioneering period, you see contenders, for instance, say Tinubu and Atiku, right? Or you say Tinubu and Peter Obi. And then you see people, you know, beating themselves, fighting themselves, you know, even husband and wife saying that I'm not going to play with you ever again, you know, even though we're going to stay in the same matrimony, right? But then at the end of the day, you will not find these people, you know, relating together because they are friends when it comes to that level. But you think, you are aligning with them. But one thing is, there is no point, you know, play the blame game any longer, because now we've seen that peace has returned to Rivers State. We want to see a Rivers that is now thriving. We want to see a Rivers State that is less chaotic. The leaders of Rivers State should, I don't want to say, they should not rein in themselves. Before it used to be reigning Governor Fubara, reigning Nyesom Wike. Now they should rein in themselves and, you know, play that position as leaders as we expect them to be, without taking any sides. Then the people of Rivers State should also, you know, advise their governor. They should also allow the governor to perform, you know, very well when it comes to governance. And we also want to see good governance at the end of the day, and then for him to also pick up from where he left off.
Exactly.
As you said, that, you know, there are so many projects that were stalled. The sole administrator also brought in different projects and all of that. It should not be a problem. Like, let me continue from where he is, you know, is living, you know, this position.
Absolutely.
So let's see. Let's also see executive legislature relationship. We do not want a problem where now you need to present commissioners, you need to present budgets, and then it's like, no, come on, why are you? So let everyone drop his or her ego. We want to see a better Rivers that is thriving.
You know, and another thing I'll say again is the fact that, Etoma, let me come to you here. I'm saying what they say on social media because at the end of the day, our audience matter to us. People have been speaking about the godfatherism in, you know, politics. They say that if Fubara had not, you know, gone bent to the rules of Wike, he would not have been reinstated again.
Yeah, godfatherism is something in Nigerian politics that has been there from the word go. You know, at the end of the day, you want to see how it plays out. In some cases, it's a seamless arrangement. In other cases, we have frictions. It so happens that the Wike Fubara, godfather, son kind of stuff had not just only had frictions, but had a humongous friction that deteriorated to the suspension of not only the governor, but all democratic apparatuses in that state. You know, it is, as I always tell people, if you're a rich man today, somebody opened the door for you. So if you're a governor today, somebody opened the door for you. How do you manage it?
You have to
this Fubara Wike thing should be a benchmark where other politicians will take will study and see what to do and what not to do when it comes to this godfather.
If you don't want to be a godson, do not look for a godfather.
Don't
write.
But we can really stretch this argument, but we'll do that because of our time. But on the social media, the conversations are a whole lot about this. But anyway, we're glad that you're back, Fubara. All we can pray for is that there is now peace and tranquility in Port Harcourt, and also all the works that have been going on, we get to finish them as well. We'll take a quick breather now, and when we come back, Ibrahim is ready for the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere. This is TVC Breakfast.